What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to install the Mopar tailgate table on your 2018 and up JL Wrangler. For installation, we're going to need a trim panel tool, a drill with a 1/2-inch drill bit or a 13mm drill bit if you have one, a T30 torque socket, a ratchet, a 10mm wrench, and a torque wrench. Having a look at the hardware that comes with the tailgate table, we're not going to be using all of it. These two sleeves right here, you only use if you have the trail rail, which is a Mopar accessory. And that's the little cargo tie-down rail that's on the tailgate. We do not have that, so we're not going to use that. We're just going to use these 3 mid-length sleeves, the longer sleeve, the bolts with the lock washers, and then these 2 bolts with plastic washers and nylock nuts. So first step is going to be to remove the tailgate panel. So we're just going to take our trim removal tool and pry up all along the edges here. Alright, and when we take that off, if you have any little green clips that didn't come out, just go ahead and take them out with your hands. And then put them on the tabs that they correspond to so you don't lose them. Looks like I'm already missing some. That's all right. It's not the end of the world. Oh, found it. Now that we have our tailgate panel popped off, we're going to locate the 4 holes we need to drill. Jeep made it really easy. So right here is going to be our first hole. Dead center of that plastic thing there. Then go over to the other side. Right in the center of that. And then there's going to be 2 dimples on the bottom. First one's going to be right here. Make sure y'all can see that. And then the second one right here. So we're going to take our drill and our 1/2-inch drill bit, because who has a 13mm drill bit? Come on. So we're just going to drill those out. Try not to drill into your Jeep. Or, you know, do you. It's whatever. I went through easier than I thought it would. Now that we have all of our holes drilled, we're going to go ahead and slap this back on the tailgate. Now we're going to insert our aluminum sleeves. Like I mentioned, we are not going to be using the 2 shortest sleeves. We're going to use the 3 medium-sized ones and the 1 long one. The long aluminum sleeve is going to go here in the bottom left-hand corner. Just going to go ahead and pop that guy in. And then the 3 medium-sized ones that are all the same size, we're going to put those in the other corners. Might have to do some pressing to get them in there. Now we can take the frame for the tailgate table and mount it. We're going to use the 4 long bolts and with a lock washer on each end, and we're going to mount that up here. The little Jeep is going to be in the upper right-hand corner. And I'm going to start with just threading in these top 2. And then on the bottom right-hand corner, the elbow bracket's going to go in the front. And we're going to insert a bolt through both of those and then into our aluminum sleeve. And then one on the very bottom over here as well. Now we're going to take our T30 Torx and a ratchet and get those tightened down. Once we have these bolts ratchet tight, then we're going to switch over to our torque wrench. It calls for 10 Newton meters, which works out to around 7.5 foot-pounds. So then we're just going to make sure these are torqued, which is not a lot. With our frame torqued in place, we're going to go ahead and install the actual table. With the warning label on the inside of the tailgate, let's just hang it up here with the latches. And latched in place, that'll make it easier for us to put our bolts in the hinges here. So you're going to take your plastic washer, and that's going to go in between the tailgate frame and the table. If you don't lose it. Once we have that threaded on, we can take our T30 Torx socket again and our 10mm ratchet wrench, or just regular wrench if you will. We're going to tighten that down. Before I get that super tight, I'm going to go ahead and put the other one on as well. Alright, now let's give it a test. Pretty smooth. Alright, now we're going to take our, whatever you want to call these, wires, and just loop them onto the stud. On both sides. And that's it. We have a tailgate table now. Pretty cool. I've been wanting one of these for a while. Originally I was going to get the Rock Slide Engineering one. It looked pretty cool. Had a shelf here, some side pieces, but honestly what I'm probably going to use this for is my little propane grill, so it wouldn't have really worked with the other one. So I also heard this is the only tailgate table that doesn't really rattle while you're driving around, so I've already got enough rattles, I don't need more. So let's check it out, see how that latches up. It's pretty solid. Not a lot of rattles, or no rattles really. I guess if something hit it from the inside of the Jeep, it makes some noise. But overall, pretty excited to go camping with this guy. Obviously, we got the built-in cup holders, and yeah, that's about it. Pretty easy install. So if you don't have one of these and you're thinking about it, you can't, man, get one. It's worth it. Just make sure it closes. A little extra noise when closing, but oh well. Pretty cool. Well, if you have any questions about the install or table or anything in general, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you ASAP. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.